This video, we're going to look at the manual actions and how they work in the context of a campaign that would generate a manual action, such as a phone call or a text message. And we're going to put it all together in a mini campaign that would also drop a voicemail. So let's dive into this. What we're going to need for this is a contact. I'm just going to use myself as a demonstration contact, and then to set up a campaign that will show you these features. So before I dive into it, what I'm referring to is this manual actions area here. And then when you have this area, it's basically going to tell you a series of actions to manually call someone or send them an SMS based on where they are in a particular campaign. You just literally hit this Let's Start button and it would just start working through the tasks. So let's have a look at how this works. So what we're going to do is create a demonstration campaign, and we're going to create one from scratch to set this up. Now, in this example, we're also going to put an email in there. You don't have to do that, but I'm just trying to give you a holistic view of the capabilities of this and how you might choose to use it. So we're going to call this the Manual Actions Demo Campaign. Okay, I'm going to put that in Published. And I'm going to change the configuration here. I'm going to make sure that this has a from email. So this would be coming from your name at your business.com, and you would put your actual name in here, right? Okay, your name you would put in here. Right, I'm going to leave on allow multiple, and I'm going to turn off stop on response. I want to make sure this campaign keeps going. So I will save this, and then let's add the action. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a email to the beginning of this campaign. I'm just going to call this a demo email. Again, you can refer to the videos about how to use the email builders and the campaign overview video. They both refer to actually using this in more detail. I'm just going to put in here test email, so we have an email in the sequence, and save that. Now I'm going to add an event here, which is to drop a voicemail. So I've pre-recorded a voicemail just using a standard audio recorder application. And so I'm going to upload my voicemail here. And I can test that by playing it back to myself just here. Hey there. And I can add in a custom time for this step, right? So I might say, as you've seen in the campaign video, I only want this to run Monday to Friday in this case, between 8 AM and 5 PM. So if the contact comes into this at midnight on a Saturday, for example, it'll wait till Monday morning to run. So I'm going to save that. Okay, then what I'm going to do, so basically what this does is it sends the email and then it sends the voicemail after that, as long as the conditions are between this. All right, so now we're going to go to the manual actions here. So I'll show you how this works. I'm going to add an event here, and it's going to be a manual SMS. And we can actually put in a template to what the SMS says. So it might say, hi, and I'm going to put in the contact's first name. Thanks for your message. And then I'm just going to leave it at that, because we'll be able to customize that further, because we're doing a manual SMS. That's the whole point of this, that you might want to send something specific to them in the manual SMS, and you'll see how that works in a moment. And then after this, I'm going to add in a manual call, right? So not a call up here, this second one down here, this manual call down the bottom. And then it'll again add me to the manual actions list for a call. But these will only happen sequentially. So just like you've seen in the campaign overview videos likely, the way that it works is that someone will go into this email immediately. They'll then immediately go 0 minutes, they'll wait in this box, and they'll progress here to voicemail. They'll then wait here in this voicemail area. This won't send until the time is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, between 8 AM and 5 PM. As soon as it hits between that window. So another example is if they came into this at like Tuesday at 9 PM, it would wait until Wednesday morning to send that. Once that is sent, that would go into this box here. They would only wait for 0 minutes, so straight away they'd be added to the manual SMS stage, and they'll wait here until this action actually occurs, right? And then once that is done, once you've sent that manual SMS, then they'll progress to the next wait period. In this case, we haven't created any, and they'll progress to this time, right? So for the purpose of the demo now of how the manual actions work, I'm going to make some modifications to the campaign. So I'm going to make this happen after 1 minute, so we can see a delay occur. and I'm going to put myself into the campaign. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit this, and I'm going to turn off custom time. So this will actually happen immediately. So I'll get the email, I'll get the voicemail immediately, and then I'll sit here and wait in the manual SMS until I send that. So let's have a look at how this works in real time. Okay, this is all set to published. So I'm going to go into contacts and I'm going to add myself into this campaign. Okay, so I've gone in and found my contact record. I'm going to add myself to the campaign, which was my manual actions demo campaign. And I'm just going to hit add, and that will start the sequence. So the first thing that will happen is I'll get that email, and you would have just briefly heard the briefest noise. I also got a very quick ring on my phone, which went straight to voicemail. So let's see how that's worked. And you can see here in the conversation, here's the email that was sent immediately, just test email, there's nothing there. And then they were left a voicemail, and here's the voicemail. I could play back what that voicemail was. And the cool thing is if they have a voice-to-text service, it'll actually pop up on their phone, as mine did a minute ago. It actually tells me, and it actually just gives me the text. I can read what the message is. So that's what's happened there at that end. But the main purpose of this video is to look at the manual actions. So let's go and have a look at the manual actions list, and we'll find that I'll be sitting here. Here's Matt Phillips in the campaign manual actions demo campaign, waiting for an SMS. Okay, so, and again, to elaborate, to understand what is occurring here, if I go back to the campaigns list and I have a look at this manual actions demo, in here we see there's one person in the campaign. I can click on that person and I'll see running, progress 2 of 4. So remember, within that campaign, we had 4 steps, and what this tells me is that that person has progressed up to the second point of the campaign. Okay, those are the 2 messages that have sent. Right, so now we're going to go into manual actions and see how this works. So I'm basically stuck, I'm paused at this manual action thing. So I'm going to hit let's start up the top here. And what it'll do is it'll fire off that first message. And you can see here it says, hi Matt, and you remember we put in contact first name. So now it just puts my first name in here. Thanks for your message. And I'm free to now send anything that I want to type. Because I'm a guy, I can seem to only do one thing at a time, so I've literally typed to send anything that I want to type. And then you can send that message. Now, as soon as that message has been sent, that action's been done, it returns me back to manual actions. Okay, so now all the manual actions are complete. You just heard my phone beep with that message coming through. And if you remember from the campaign that we set up, we said there's going to be a 1-minute delay until the next manual action is assigned, right? So in a minute, there'll be another manual action here applied that I need to ring this person, right? So we'll just pause this recording and we'll come back in a minute. Okay, so a minute has now passed. I haven't needed to refresh the screen or anything like that. It automatically is updating, and now we can see that I'm back on the list again with that last stage of the campaign, which is a call. So now literally all I do is I hit the let's start button. Okay, and you can see up here on the right, you probably can't hear on my end, but the phone is ringing, and now you can actually hear my phone calling, right?
Hi, the person you have called is not available.
Okay.
Please leave a short 10-second message after the tone, and we'll send the message as a text.
I'm now just leaving a short message, and now I'm going to hang up the phone. Okay, and now you just choose what was the result of that. I'm going to say that it was a voicemail. And now it takes me back here and it says, good work, you have no pending tasks. So that is how the manual actions work, and an example of how you might choose to use them within a campaign in terms of, combining voicemail, manual SMS, and manual calls.